Hi everybody, it's Marna Ross here with your daily vitamin. It's Wednesday. I apologize for the little bit of a late launch of this. I had some issues with my phone. Imagine that, me and technology not getting along. So anyway, today all I want to share are a couple of ideas for you. These are things that I use in my business, and I thought today might be a good day just to give you some ideas on how to make more money and how to save some money. So here's a couple of ideas for you. First idea is how to save some money. If you do not use an online ink provider, I really highly recommend it. I use inkjets.com, and instead of paying what I used to pay like $29.99, $27.99 for a black ink cartridge, I'm now paying about $5.99. And on top of that, a lot of times they'll offer specials like buy three and get them for 10% off. So free shipping, plus it's a big time saver for me. I don't live all that close to an office supply store. So try buying your ink through inkjets.com or something similar. I think you're really going to be happy. On top of that, you can take the empty ink cartridges to Staples, and they'll give you $3 on your Staples reward card for every cartridge you take in, so it's a win-win. All right, number two, if you're going to do a lot of printing, like when I'm printing out things like my recipe files, I'll go to FedEx and do them in person for about 3 cents per copy, 3.9 I think. If you don't have a FedEx, then try the online service that we have under Pampered Perks. You'll go to Office Max or Office Depot online, and those copies are 3 cents. And the beautiful thing about using that is that they copy, they assemble, they ship for free, and it's all done. So when I'm doing like 100 copies of the Deep Covered Baker recipe file, that's what I use, and I think you'll love it too if you weren't aware of how that works. And then third, for saving some money, on some of the Facebook groups there was a lot of discussion about the show planner, being in a folder, and those cost about $1 per folder now. I don't know if you're aware of it, but you can go to the website and you can actually print the show planner out. It's under show planning materials, and on the right it'll say resources and show planner. There's also one for catalog parties if you weren't aware of that. So you could copy this, attach it to a manila folder, and boom, for pennies you've got your folder ready for your host. Okay, let's talk about some ideas for making more money. Idea number one, when you go to a party, at the beginning during your introduction, make sure you tell all your guests that credit or debit card is your favorite way for them to pay. If they don't know that up front and they're making a mental list of what they want, but they're limiting it because they think they have to write a check, or that they have to give you cash, or that that's what you prefer, you're not going to get as many sales. I've done this for many years, and I know this for a fact. When people use their debit or a credit card, they do tend to spend more money. On the other side too, it's so much easier for us to just take credit and debit cards. So what I have customers do is on their order form, I have them write their credit card number, their expiration date, even before they come up to check out. And most of them do that. You'll be surprised at how many people will give you their card once you give them permission to do that. All right, tip number two is to focus on getting 12 people at every party. That's my magic number. And so in my host coaching, I talk about a lot of things, but for the most part, it's all about guest count. Because if they can get the bodies in the seats, I can get the bookings, I can get the sales, I can get the recruits. If they're just out busy getting outside orders for me, I'm not going to get as good of results. I want the people there. So I reward any host that gets 12 a second recipe. I can buy them out for a chocolate lava cake or that beautiful new spice apple cake. That one's really good. So focus on 12 is my advice for your host coaching. And third is I suggest that you try a hands-on station style show in the modified form that I've been using for about 8 months. And instead of having people just split up into stations and go willy-nilly, which me, that would drive me crazy, I have just one table, and I have all of the stations set up for both recipes around there. And I have everybody come and stand at one of the stations, and then as a group, we make the recipe, and I can give instructions, I can give my product spiel, and the key is that everybody hears about every product. My issue with station style shows is if I had a group off doing let's say a dessert, all they saw was that limited amount of products. Whereas if I do it this way, everyone's involved, Everybody hears everything. It's fun, it's interactive, it's quick. My parties are much shorter than they used to be because everybody is helping. So I call that kind of like large and in charge station style show. Really try it. Give it a couple of weeks to see if you don't like that style. I think you're going to like it. Sales will go up, bookings will go up. And for new recruits, what I tell people is, hey, when you start with Pampered Chef, isn't this a much easier way of doing things? Everyone does the cooking. So as a new consultant, you could give out the product cards to people. They could read the tips while someone else is doing the recipe step. You just get to sit and watch and kind of oversee it all. But this is a really great way for new people to join my team. And a lot of people do like that style, so it might help your recruiting too. So those are my tips for you for today. I hope it was worth waiting for. I hope that your September's off to a great start. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you real soon.